Your notes are full. Your asset shelf is empty. If an idea only lives in your head, a voice memo, or an unfinished draft, it cannot teach, sell, attract, deliver, or save you time. It is raw or potential, but not leverage. The empire does not grow from how many ideas you can collect. It grows from how many useful things you can finish. You are not short on ideas. You have the note from last Tuesday, the voice memo recorded in the car, the half-written post, the offer you explained perfectly in a conversation but never put on a page, the system you rebuild from memory every time the task returns, the lesson clients keep asking you to repeat, the framework hidden inside 6 different documents. You keep capturing sparks because losing them feels irresponsible. But capture can become a comfortable disguise. The note gives you the feeling that the idea has been saved. It has not been saved. It has been stored. Storage protects the possibility. An asset carries the value. That difference matters. An idea can make you feel intelligent for a moment. An asset can help someone earn trust, close a sale, shorten a process, or create proof long after the moment has passed. You do not need a better note-taking system. You need a forge between thought and finished work. Raw ore has value inside it. But no builder pays for a mountain of ore when the job requires a blade, a hinge, a tool, or a beam. The blacksmith does not confuse material with outcome. He studies the job. He chooses the form. He heats the material. He removes what does not belong. He strikes until the object can carry pressure. Then he cools it, tests it, and puts it into service. Your ideas need the same treatment. An idea becomes an asset through 4 decisions. First, give it one job. Does this idea attract attention? Does it teach a useful distinction? Does it sell an offer? Does it improve delivery? Does it make an operation easier to repeat? One idea may eventually do several of those things. But version 1 needs 1 job. An idea with 5 jobs becomes a project too large to finish. An idea with 1 job can become a useful object today. Second, choose the smallest container that can perform that job. If the job is to attract, the container may be 1 sharp post or a 60-second script. If the job is to teach, it may be a checklist, a diagram, or a short guide. If the job is to sell, it may be an offer outline, proof page, or response template. If the job is to operate, it may be a standard procedure, intake form, or reusable prompt. The container should be small enough to finish and strong enough to work. Third, finish the useful version. Not the ultimate version. Not the course, platform, media company, and product ecosystem hiding inside the first paragraph. The useful version. Finished means another person, or your future self, can use it without asking the past version of you to explain what you meant. The title is clear. The steps are ordered. The example is real. The next action is visible. The file opens. The link works. The object can carry pressure. Fourth, put it into service. An asset buried in a downloads folder is finished material, but it is not yet creating leverage. Publish the post. Attach the checklist to onboarding. Put the response template where sales conversations happen. Link the system page inside the project. Place the prompt beside the task it improves. Leverage begins when the asset can be found at the moment of need. This is how a one-person empire becomes larger than one person's memory. The work starts carrying part of the weight. Open the notes you already have. Do not hunt for your most brilliant idea. Find the idea you have repeated. The point you have explained twice. The answer you keep typing. The process you keep rebuilding. The lesson that keeps rescuing the work. Repetition is evidence that the material already has a job. Now run a 45-minute asset forge. For the first 5 minutes, name the job in one sentence. This asset will help a prospect understand the result of my offer. This asset will help a new client complete the first step without a call. This asset will help me turn one long idea into 3 useful posts. This asset will help my future self restart the process without guessing. If the sentence contains 3 different jobs, choose one. For the next 5 minutes, choose the container. Pick the smallest form that can do the work today. 1 page before a guide. 1 checklist before a course. 1 proof post before a campaign. 1 template before an app. 1 system page before a complex knowledge base. Then give 30 minutes to shaping version 1. Remove anything that does not help the job. Turn vague claims into clear language. Put the steps in order. Add 1 example. Add 1 next action. Do not decorate what has not yet become useful. Do not open a design tool to avoid finishing the thought. Do not build 5 formats because one idea might become a brand. Strike the one piece in front of you. Use the final 5 minutes to stamp and install it. Give it a name someone can understand. Put the date or version on it if the material will change. Place it in the system where it will be used. Send it, publish it, link it, or schedule the moment when it enters service. Then create 1 line beneath the asset called Next Extraction. Write the next form this finished object could become later. The post could become a script. The script could become a guide. The guide could become an offer section. The checklist could become an onboarding flow. Do not build the next extraction today. Name it so the asset has a future without stealing the present. 1 idea. 1 job. 1 container. 1 finished asset in service. That is enough to begin compounding. Here is the vow. I will stop measuring my potential by the size of my notes. I will measure it by the usefulness of what I finish. I will not confuse capture with creation. I will give each idea a job. I will choose a container small enough to complete. I will finish the useful version before expanding the vision. I will place the asset where it can work again. The few do not worship the spark. They respect it enough to shape it. They know the unfinished idea still depends on mood, memory, and explanation. The finished ask can travel without them. It can open a door while they are building the next thing. It can teach while they are resting. It can sell while they are improving delivery. It can preserve a standard when energy is low. It can turn 1 hour of clear thinking into value that returns. Your one-person empire does not need more loose potential. It needs objects that carry weight. Open the note. Name the job. Choose the form. Heat the material. Remove what does not belong. Finish the useful version. Put it into service. The idea was ore. Now forge the asset. Assets with